Hey everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I started my day with a visit to the derma for a facial. It had been a while since my last appointment, so I was looking forward to getting my skin refreshed before heading out for the rest of the day. It's always nice to have a little reset before a busy schedule. After that, the day was just getting started. I had a few more stops to make before wrapping everything up with something I had been looking forward to. A buffet at Midori. From a little self-care to good food. Come along with me and let's see how the day unfolds. From the peaceful swimming pool to the beautifully designed lobby, before making our way to the buffet, we took a little time to explore the hotel. Every corner felt worth appreciating. Of course, we couldn't miss the chance to take a few photos before the main event. With that done, it was finally time to head to the buffet and see what was waiting for us. After a little photo session, we finally made our way to the buffet. By this time, I was already so hungry and couldn't wait to dig in. And here we are, the moment we've been waiting for. The moment we step into the buffet area, we were welcomed by a warm and inviting atmosphere. As soon as we were seated, we were welcomed with a refreshing pitcher of water poured into our glasses. It was such a nice start and definitely made me feel refreshed, but not full because I was saving plenty of room for the food. I was so excited that I couldn't resist grabbing a dessert first while waiting to start my meal. Now let's take a quick look around. There were so many dishes and stations that it's impossible to mention every single one. So I'll let the food speak for itself. Keep watching to see everything this buffet has to offer. I was honestly excited to try it all. The ambience was elegant without feeling too formal, and everything looked clean, spacious, and inviting. Even before seeing the food, I already had a feeling this was going to be a great dining experience. I always enjoy taking my time before grabbing a plate. It's nice to walk around first, look at all the stations, and see everything that's available. It also helps me decide where to start because honestly, there are so many choices. One thing about buffets is that you have to plan a little. If you get too excited and fill your plate right away, you might miss some of the dishes you really wanted to try. So today I'm going to take my time, explore every corner, and hopefully make the most of this experience. The presentation already looks impressive and I can see a wide variety of dishes from different cuisines. Whether you are into seafood, grilled favorites, comfort food, desserts, or something a little different, it looks like there's something for everyone. I won't try to name every single dish because there are just too many. Instead, I will take you around so you can see everything for yourself. That way, you can enjoy the experience with me and maybe even get ideas on what you try first. I'm already getting hungrier just walking around, so I think it's finally time to grab a plate and start eating. Let's explore the buffet together and see what delicious surprises are waiting for us. Here's what I got for my first round. I wanted to start with a little bit of everything instead of filling my plate all at once. Everything looked so good that it was honestly hard to choose. This is just the beginning because there are still so many dishes I want to try. Now let's see if these are as delicious as they look. But before anything else, let's start with their steak. Here's the steak menu and how it's served fresh right at your table. It's definitely one of the highlights of the buffet and I couldn't wait to give it a try. Everything looked so tempting and I was so excited to see how each one tasted. Watching the staff bring it over made the experience feel a little more special. They carefully placed the steak in front of us and finished it by pouring the sauce over the top while it was still hot. It looked so appetizing and the aroma made it even harder to wait. I couldn't wait to take that first bite and see if it tasted as good as it looked. Can you hear that sizzle? That's the sound I've been waiting for. The moment the steak arrived at our table, I could already smell it before I even took my first bite. It looked so good and hearing that sizzle just made me even more excited to eat. I always think the first bite says a lot about a meal, so I wanted to enjoy this one without rushing. I took a moment to look at it, cut into it, and see how it was cooked. It was still nice and hot, and you could tell it had just come straight from the kitchen. The meat was tender, juicy, and full of flavor. Then the sauce brought everything together. It didn't overpower the steak, it just complemented it really well. Every bite made me look forward to the next one. One thing I really appreciated was how it was served. Instead of picking up a steak that's been sitting at the buffet station, you simply order from the menu and wait while it's freshly prepared. Then it arrives at your table sizzling, and the staff finishes it with the sauce right in front of you. It's a small detail, but it makes the experience feel a little more special. I had to remind myself not to eat too fast because this was only the beginning. That's always my challenge whenever I visit a buffet. The first dish is so good that it's tempting to ask for another serving right away, but I know there are still so many other dishes waiting for me. So I'm trying to be disciplined today, small portions, enjoy every bite, and leave enough room to explore everything else. That's the fun of a buffet. You don't have to rush. You can take your time, go back for your favorites, and discover new ones along the way. As I kept eating, I found myself slowing down and simply enjoying the moment. Good food has a way of doing that. It turns an ordinary meal into something you will remember, especially when you are sharing it with people you enjoy being with. If the steak is already this good, I can't wait to see what the rest of the buffet has in store. There are still plenty of stations to explore, more flavors to discover, and yes, I'll definitely be saving room for dessert. So come with me as we continue this buffet experience. I have a feeling we're only getting started. Alright, let's eat what we got from the buffet. I don't know about you, but whenever I go to a buffet, I always tell myself that I'm going to eat slowly and make smart choices. Then I get here, see all the food, and suddenly that plan disappears. Everything just looks so good that I want to try a little bit of everything. For my first plate, I decided to keep it simple. I didn't want to overload it because I knew there were still so many dishes waiting for me. I think that's the fun part of buffet dining. Every time you stand up, you discover something you didn't notice before. I'm curious, when you go to a buffet, are you the type who goes straight from the seafood, the grilled dishes, the desserts, or do you just walk around first and look at everything before deciding? I usually walk around first because I don't want to miss anything. One thing I've learned is never to fill up on the first plate. I've made that mistake before, and by the time I reached the dessert station, I had no room left. So today I'm trying to be a little more disciplined, although we will see how long that lasts. The atmosphere here is really nice too. Everyone is just enjoying their meals, talking with their families and friends, and taking their time. It's one of those places where you don't feel rushed, and really like that. Sometimes it's nice to slow down and simply enjoy good food. You know what's funny? Before coming here, I kept thinking about what I wanted to eat first. But now that I'm actually here, I'm changing my mind every few minutes because everything looks tempting. This first bite is really satisfying. I think food just tastes better when you've been looking forward to it all day. Maybe it's because I came here hungry, or maybe it's because everything is freshly prepared. Either way, I'm definitely enjoying it. I always find buffets exciting because every plate tells a different story. One plate might be full of grilled dishes, the next one might be seafood, and somehow you still convince yourself that there's always room for dessert. I'm trying not to rush through this meal. Sometimes we are so focused on taking photos or videos that we forget to enjoy the actual moment. So after getting a few shots for the vlog, I just wanted to sit down, relax, and enjoy the food while chatting with all of you. If you are watching this while eating, I hope your meal is just as good. And if you are watching this late at night, I'm sorry if this is making you hungry. I always enjoy trying different foods because you never know what might become your new favorite. Sometimes it's the dish you least expected that surprises you the most. Of course, I still have plenty of room, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. There are still more dishes I want to try, and I definitely can't live without finishing the dessert station. That's something I always look forward to. One thing I appreciate about experiences like this is that they become little memories. It's not just about the food, it's about taking a break from the usual routine, spending time in a nice place, and enjoying the simple moments. Food has a way of bringing people together. Some of the best conversations happen around a tiny table. And I think that's one of the reasons I enjoy places like this so much. As for me, I'm just going to keep enjoying this plate, then head back to another round. There are still so many dishes waiting for me, and I'm so excited to see what else I'll discover. So stay with me because we are only getting started. Let's finish this plate, explore a few more stations, and continue this delicious buffet adventure together. Now that I've had a chance to try a few different dishes, I think I can finally slow down a little. When I first sat down, I was so excited that I just wanted to taste everything right away. But now I'm taking my time and enjoying each bite a little more. One thing I noticed is that every time I look around, I find something I didn't see before. I thought I had already walked through the whole buffet, but somehow there are still dishes that catch my attention. Maybe that's part of the fun. You don't have to do everything all at once. You can keep exploring, go back, and discover something new every round. I also like that I don't feel pressured to rush. Sometimes when you are eating out, you are thinking about the next thing you have to do, but today I can just sit here, enjoy my meal, and appreciate the moment. I think we all need these days like this once in a while. It's funny how your appetite changes once you are actually eating. Before I got here, I kept telling myself I was going to eat so much. Then after the first plate, you start realizing your stomach has its own plans. That's why I always say it's better to enjoy the experience than to challenge yourself to eat the most. As I'm sitting here, I'm already thinking about which dish surprised me the most. I think that's something I enjoy whenever I visit a buffet. There are always a few dishes you expect to like, and then there are the ones that unexpectedly become your favorites. I also enjoy people watching a little while I'm eating. You can tell everyone has their own buffet strategy. Some people come back with plates full of one favorite dish, while others take tiny portions of everything. That's really no right or wrong way to enjoy it. Everyone has their own style, and I think that's what makes buffets fun. One thing I appreciate is how comfortable the atmosphere feels. It's elegant, but it doesn't feel intimidating. You can simply relax, enjoy your food, have conversations, and make memories. Sometimes the environment makes the meal just as enjoyable as the food itself. I know some people think buffets are all about eating as much as you can, but for me, it's more about variety. I like being able to try different flavors in one meal instead of choosing just one dish. It makes every visit a little different from the last. So far, I'm really enjoying the experience and I'm not done yet. I still have room for a few more bites, and of course, I can't leave without seeing what the dessert station has waiting for me. But before that, I'm going to finish what's on my plate and enjoy every last bite. And finally, we've made it to the sweetest part of the buffet, the dessert. Even though I was already feeling full after everything I had eaten, I always believe there's a little extra room for something sweet. There were so many desserts to choose from, so I decided to pick a few that looked the most tempting instead of trying everything at once. I think desserts are the perfect way to end a meal. After enjoying all the savory dishes, having something sweet just makes the whole dining experience feel complete. Every bite was a nice way to slow down, relax, and simply enjoy the moment before calling it a day. Looking back, this buffet was more than just a chance to eat. It was an experience from exploring the hotel, enjoying the atmosphere, hearing the steak sizzle as it arrived at our table, trying different dishes, and ending the meal with this delicious desserts. It's one of those days that reminds me how much joy can come from the simple things like good food and taking time to appreciate the moment. And that brings us to the end of today's vlog. Thank you so much for joining me on this little food adventure. I hope you enjoyed exploring the buffet with me, and maybe this gave you an idea of what to expect if you decide to visit someday. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and let me know what buffet you'd like me to try next. And if you are new here, I'd love for you to subscribe and join me on more food travel and lifestyle adventures. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye!